Shalom, Yasharala, Yabaraka Kami, how about Sham, Hamashiach, Hawashai, your brother Karat Zayaban, Yasharala. And I was just doing some rearranging, man, moving around. And in the process of just thinking, you guys, this my little special blanket right here. It's my little special blanket right here. It's all over. All right. So, real quick, man. Here's my personal thoughts. Everybody can get theirs. Of course, this is what we do. So, here's the reality. Right now, in the land that we were carried away captives in the land that our grandparents, my grandparents, the majority of your grandparents was made slaves in this exact same land right now, there are anomalies. I'm going to use the word. If you're watching this right now, the way you can help me is share this out. Don't help me by watching. Help me by sharing this. Go down your Facebook link. Go down your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Go down all that X, whatever, and share this out. All right. I'm just going to be speaking some thoughts, but that's how you can help me. All right. That's how you can help. So double standards. When the Most High brought me into the truth, man, salute to my elders, man. Yabaraka come miha washem mashak yawasha, wa yabaraka come call ha mashvachayim, wa call ha yaladim yashrala, call ha ataratz, all right, bahasham hamashiach hawashai, all right, salute laha call ha zakwanya, all right. So salute to all elders. When the Most High brought me into the truth, man, and we started really walking, and I remember my mama telling us about menorahs, or telling us she remember having shofars and telling us, because where she was raised and our family being North American Indians from her side, that she was forced to stop keeping our customs. I remember that. So then I remember when I came into the truth, it was this one hardcore mode, which let me say this. None of my so-called peers, there's two men that are so consistent in my life in this walk. Zaquan Powerzai and Zaquan Nathan Yalla. All right, salute to those elders. Unfortunately, their stance is their own. I don't think like they think on the term of separation and stuff like that. But the point is saying as to say this, none of these, elders or peers that are over here in America right now, I can say went so zealous. The word zealous, it means you have an extreme zeal. You go hard for it. It's just, if you love your children, you go hard for your children. When we be in church, you go hard in service. All right. You go hard in church. All right. You go hard for the Most High. That's zeal, zealous. All right. So these two elders are extremely zealous for keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. I know that black people, Hebrews, Yasharalium, call yourself Israelite. To me, that's a catchphrase. That's some social media stuff. Hebrew Israelite, black Hebrew Israelite. Yaladim Yashala, Banya Yashala. That's what we call it. I know that we know more than the world. I know that we know more than what social media knows. I know that we know more than the news. Since the time frame of my so-called being exiled in Israel, since the so-called time of these two women and children who I love so much, man, grown adults that I was taking care of, since the time of their accusations against me and my peers, bringing I guess I embarrassed them. I guess that's what I did by being honest. Whatever. Since that happened, I really went into myself, went into Most High, been going into the Most High more, and I found out something that there's two types of Yasha Alium that I see, maybe more than that. There's the type that I hope to be, which is just sincere, fearing Yahweh, and everybody has that. They say that for themselves. But then when you see rain coming from the sky, and you're like, what's that? Is that water? Hold on, wait, I apologize because we spoke last one. Mayam? Haza Mayam? Mayam? Haza Hashamayim? Maza? There was a man named Noah. Is this water coming from the sky? Is this water coming from the sky? There was a man named Noah. Noah's job was to warn everybody that there was going to be water coming from the sky. Problems that we didn't believe them. See, I've been called everything, and I love it. I've been called a bug out, fornicator, adulterer. I've been called a car thief. Still being called stuff, and I just like I. But one thing is like, if I knew how to TikTok, if I knew how to clickbait, if I knew how to have all that fake stuff that grabs people's attention, opposed to just being a sincere, very layman, uneducated man who knows how to tell the truth. If I was one of those and them, at this time, what I would do is tell all of you Negroes, North American Indians, Hispanics, Haitians, Puerto Ricans, all of 12 tribes in interior Africa. I would tell the whole world right now that above the sky, there is water falling. And it's not just in New Jersey. Negroes know more, Israelites, Yashar, we know more about the Bible than all. And so when I see, and I'm watching from the Feast of Tabernacles all the way up to now, the influx of chariots in the sky, because if you say drone, you're kind of like, you look up the word drone and a bumblebee, a bee, one small bee out of a thousands, billions, whatever, of unknown species. One is a drone. One bumblebee, one bee. So when the government switched it from AEPs, aerial something phenomenons, unidentified flying objects, when the Bible, for all of these, whoever knows time frame, and calling them the clouds. When the Bible, what? You mean to tell me Key and Peele, one of them Key and Peele, one of them made a movie about this just a couple years ago, and niggas is still talking about Diddy and baby oil? No, I'm okay. See, their conversation doesn't make sense to me because these elders, peers, officers, they're not doing these big clickbait videos. They're not doing it. They're not doing the advertisement they was doing when they was doing the versus debate. They ain't doing that type of advertisement no more. And it just boggles me because the truth tellers, the real spitters, sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes they get put over there. And then you have the passive Negroes, the ones that want to talk crap about you, claim that you're your friends. They want to talk crap about you when you fall. But then when you hit a point on something, they're like, oh, yeah, that's my Ock. I've been rocking with him 12 toes down. No, you wasn't, because you went MIA on me when they started throwing rocks at me. So you got those passive Negroes, too. They can stay over there. Right now, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is not important. Right now, the time frame of going into Saturnalia, the time frame of going into the Feast of Bacchus, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 6 and chapter 7, when an entire family of blacks, Negro, African Americans was murdered in front of everybody in the middle of the street for not eating one piece of pork. Let me say that again, because maybe I over-explained it. A senior man named Eleazar, a senior woman, her 7 sons, who were called a beautiful choir, a black father, a black mother, 7 sons, murdered by the police. Right now, it's on TV every day, the children of Israel being murdered in the streets. Right now. And the stuff that Negroes talk about just irks the firecracker out of me. So, but it doesn't matter. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I want to encourage everybody, man, stop waiting on these people, man. Go online right now. Look at what's going on around the world. These chariots, stop looking at what the news is showing you, because the news is programming you Negroes. And I'm so disappointed because y'all know more. You Yashar know more than what the news knows. We know etymology. We know how to play with words. Ohio, right now, you got white people shooting at chariots with their guns. They're talking about defending their airspace that they think they own. I'm sorry, but didn't Europeans, Edomites, didn't Caucasians? Now, please, for those of you who know me, some of my best friends are white. I believe in proper reciprocity and submission of snow bunnies. I am an advocate for righteous concubines. I don't believe Israelite women can be concubines, though. Scripture says there should be no whores of daughters of Israel, which is so disappointing because Israelite women make themselves into whores. How do they make themselves into whores and then simps go and marry somebody else's whore? I got children with that. It's kind of weird. But real quick encouragement. Check out this book. Read this book. This book is called The Dead Sea Scrolls on Sexuality. This book is phenomenal. So, long story short, I know that Yasharahla knows more. I know me and my infantile education that, I know that the Father's given us Don't be afraid to say something and people like, oh, you was wrong. It turns out, no, on this one, you're right. I noticed that the elders from the past, they had this thing to where some Zaquanium said some stuff, and it turns out that that prophecy didn't come to pass yet. So since that prophecy didn't come to pass yet, other elders said that that elder was a false prophet. And then since then, these minute Negroes, who we're just minute, we're so small in the grand scheme of Yahweh. Salute to Zaquan Barak. He did a real good lesson on the Shabbat. Zaquan Barak from HODC. All right. I can't wait to travel out of the country with you, Elder. Real spill. And I mean that sincerely, because this is serious. So this Zaquan Barak did a real good lesson yesterday, and it was on your internal man, checking yourself and forgiveness and all this other stuff, and accepted correction and all those other things. And as I was listening to the elder speak, I wanted to reply, but it wasn't my place to reply. It was my place to listen. All right. So those Aquanium, they've been doing this ministry for a very long time. And I want to encourage y'all to reach out to your elders. Ask your elders about these chariots. Ask your elders to start doing videos. Ask your elders to start reporting on these chariots that's down in so-called New Mexico that look like hypercubes that have lights running through them, which look like cephalopods. Come on, Yasharahla, it's not a joke. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna yield the floor. If I was in a position, and I hope to be able to minister and pray with you all and teach with y'all, man, I look forward to seeing what y'all got to say, because I'm be checking for posts. I'll be like, yo, who's talking about what? If you talking about Sexy Red and her running around giving STDs, yo, that's what's up. Good. Bring that wickedness down to shame. Bring that wickedness down to shame. If you talking about, what's happening in Syria, good. We need to know that. But we also need to pay attention to these prophecies, what's happening in front of us. I'm going to say, Kwame Yasharahla, Shalom.